In last week's video, I talked about how my goal was to make $800 of profit in a week before the year 2020 was over. Do you think I hit that goal? I did not. I missed it by like hundreds of dollars, but that's okay. We're still going to talk about what sold this week.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body buttons for your neck.
Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Citizen, and thredUP. My full-time job is actually that of a high school choir teacher, but as many of you are also kind of experiencing with your own kids or maybe your teachers as well, I've been teaching remotely for the entire year. So to be honest, that does mean I have a lot more time than normal to put into my reselling business and into my YouTube channel, which hasn't been a horrible thing, but I do miss the kiddos a ton. So we are going to be talking about what sold for me in the week of November 16th through the 22nd, but I did want to address two things. First of all, you'll probably notice that I have kind of a different setup here, and that's because in the next video that's going to come out later this week, I'm actually going to have a ship with me video, and I'm going to feature this cool thing right here. It is a Flexi Spot standing desk, and right now I'm not standing at it. I'm actually on like a bar stool. This is what I typically sit on, but it's pretty cool because you can adjust the height. Oh, and they sent me this to kind of do like a review on it and to share it with my audience. The spoiler is that I do really like this, and it is exactly what I was looking for. I have been looking for a standing desk, and I think the size of this one is perfect for what I'm going to be using it for, which is shipping and just having another surface area to do things like inventory and stuff on. So super psyched about that. I feel like a news anchor. Like I feel like I'm going to be like, in today's news. But anyway, that is update number one. Update number two, I have my trays in. I have called them Invisalign, but actually the company I went through is called Sure Smile. I probably sound a little lispy, and if that's the case, it's because I have these big plastic trays in my mouth on my teeth. So it's a little weird feeling. I've had them now for a few days and I'm still not like super used to it, but hopefully a year from now I will have a completely different smile and it'll be really straight, and so I'm excited for that. So all personal life updates aside about my teeth and about my table, this is a reselling channel. I do talk about reselling from the perspective of a part-time reseller, and I do things like what sold videos. I plan on trying to make some newer types of videos to me, like ship with me and thrift with me type videos. I also do a lot of thrift hauls, tips and tricks videos, all that kind of stuff. So if that sounds interesting to you, I would love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel, and you can hit that notification bell too so that it lets you know every time I upload new content, like the ship with me video that's going to come out later this week. So on that note, let's go ahead and talk about what sold for me in the week of November 16th through the 22nd. It wasn't an awful week, but it wasn't as good as last week. And it certainly was not, the $800 week I was hoping for. Starting on Monday, which was the 16th, I started off the week with this sale of a lot of 3 onesies by Baby Gap and Cat and Jack. Cat and Jack is like Target's house brand, and this was in my 4 for $25 sale, but this person just bought these 3 onesies at $12. I think I had it listed at $15, and then they offered me 12. They were newborn size, and they were actual onesies that my son wore. The Baby Gap one was a gift to me from my best friend, actually when my daughter was born, and then the Cat and Jack ones we got when he was born because we quickly realized that he was a little peanut. Like he was not going to fit into 0 to 3 month clothing, so we had to get him some newborn clothes. We actually even had to get him some preemie stuff because he was so little. So it sold for $12. I got $9.05, and that was all stuff that my son wore. The next thing that sold was this pair of New With Tags Italy Morn. I had never heard of that brand. Black chino jogger pants in a size large. These were men's, and they were in my men's thredUP rescue box. I got an amazing men's thredUP rescue box not too long ago, and I will post that video right here. I have also since then gotten a horrible denim DIY rescue box, and if you want to laugh or just feel good about your life, you can check out that video right here too. In this amazing box, this was one of the things that came in it. I got a ton of New With Tags items in that box, and I had never heard of the brand. It had a very unique low feel to it, if that makes sense, but these sold for $35. I believe I had them listed at $50. just because there weren't very many comps. So I was like, I'll just shoot for the stars. And I had them listed at 50. He sent me an offer for 25. I talked him up to 35. And so I made $28 off of those. And at this point, I have already more than made back my money on that box. And I've only sold maybe like 5 or 6 things from it, but I've probably made like close to double the amount that I paid for the box. So that was really cool. I do have another one on the way. So hopefully it is just amazing as this box was, although it'd be pretty hard to stay at that level. It was such a good box. The next thing to sell was this Carhartt green trucker flannel shirt in a size extra small. This sold for $18. I believe it was listed at $25, and I made $14.40. I think Carhartt can do really well, but this was women's, and even though it was like perfect for the season, I mean, it was also like a smaller size. I don't know. I know, like, you know, I've been watching Kathy from Ginger Marvin sell these like vintage Carhartt jackets for like $100 each. I think that kind of Carhartt does really well, but generally speaking, Carhartt, even retail price, isn't super expensive. And so it's, you know, I think $18 for a top like this, like, it makes sense. And that one I believe I got at a Plato's Closet 90% off sale. So I have had it for a decent amount of time, but I'm just happy that it moved. The next thing to sell was this pair of Michael by Michael Kors black leather wedges in a size 9. These sold for $25 after I sent out offers to likers. And so I paid for discounted shipping of $2.12. My total profit on those shoes were $17.88. They were something that I relisted a decent amount of time ago, and so I'm happy that they finally moved. I did get them for less than $2 at a local consignment store when I was shopping there by myself in their storage unit, and I was buying like big garbage bags full of stuff for $50. So that was a really great shopping experience, and I turned less than $2 into $17.88, and I really enjoyed that. The next thing to sell was over on eBay, and it was from that same consignment store. It was this Gap red plaid button-down shirt in a size large. I thought this would be perfect for the holidays. I do think that these kinds of like button-up or button-down shirts for kids is a really hard sell, just because there are a lot at like thrift stores and stuff, and this is not the kind of stuff that kids wear every day. And on top of that, people are just not really going out as much. A lot of churches and stuff are still closed. People are not going like to see their families for the holidays and stuff. So events to which you would wear something like this are just so slim. So I do think that like I probably didn't need to pick up as many of these kinds of button-down or button-up shirts as I did in the past, but they're sitting in my closet, they're sitting in my eBay store, and if I get an offer on them, even if they're super low, I take them. So I got an offer on this for $9.50, which I took. They paid for shipping. I made $8.59. To kind of belabor the point a little bit, I went to a local kids consignment store for the first time, maybe like last week or 2 weeks ago with my kids, and literally all they had left in the boys section, because I was looking for my son too, was these kinds of button-up shirts. Like, no one wanted them. So just kind of throwing that out there in case you enjoy selling kids stuff. It's just kind of a hard sell right now. The next thing to sell over on eBay was this LL Bean striped long sleeve shirt with like green and white stripes in a size 2X. I did get this from the same consignment store as well, and even though it's a basic, I picked it up because it was plus size, and it sold for my full asking price on eBay of $14.99 plus shipping. So I made $13.66. And that I did have to like relist, and then it's been listed for, you know, an additional month or something after I relisted it, but I was happy with that full price sale. And in case you guys didn't know, I did pretty recently go through the task of relisting my entire Poshmark closet and then cross-listing those items to, you know, eBay, Mercari, and Citizen, where I also sell, and I cross-listed using List Perfectly, but I'll share that video and just the results of that video with you here. And then over on Mercari, this was a newer listing. It was this pair of Nike Pro binary blue cool printed tights in a size extra large for boys. I always get so like confused when they call these kinds of leggings tights, and it's kind of frustrating because on a lot of the different platforms you can't write tights and leggings in the same description title because they'll flag it as you just throwing random keywords in there, even though I feel like if I were looking for something like this for my son, I wouldn't know to call them tights. I would think that they were leggings. So just kind of throwing that out there. But these sold for $13. I did pay for shipping because I had free shipping on it, and shipping was $3.01. So I made $8.01 on those tights, and I did get them at the consignment store as well. So on those, I had less than $1 into them. Same thing with the LL Bean striped plus size shirt. And then on Tuesday, which was November 17th, I had 3 Poshmark sales. The first one was this pair of BKE Dakota denim straight leg jeans in a size 27R. These, I believe, were from a thredUP rescue box. I think maybe like my first one, actually. These did have some puckering near the crotch, so I had them priced really low at $15 because of that. And then I sent out offers to likers on them for $13, which someone accepted, so I made $7.93 after paying for discounted shipping. And those were listed for really only like a couple days, so that was pretty cool. The next thing to sell was this pair of Star Wars Chewbacca slip-on Crocs with like a faux fur lining. I got boxes and bags of stuff from a friend of mine at church who during quarantine was doing kind of what the rest of us were doing, which was like cleaning out our closets. And I've gotten so much stuff from her in the past before too. And honestly, she wasn't going to give me some of this stuff because she thought it was too beat up, but I was like, just send me everything and I will take stuff over to Goodwill that I can't sell. But there was literally a box full of just Crocs. Like her whole family went through a phase, and like I think her son still is like this, but her family went through a phase where like all they wore were Crocs. And so I had 2 pairs of these like Chewbacca ones from them. These I believe were in like a youth size 4 or something like that, but they sold for $20 with discounted shipping, and so I made $13.88. And there was some wear along the bottom, like they had these little like silver rectangular things, and a lot of them were kind of worn, but still, I mean, they were kind of like niche, you know, in that they were Star Wars, and I mean, other than like the little bit of wear on the bottom, they were still in really good condition. So I was happy to make $13.88 of pure profit. That was also after I declined a $6 offer that someone sent me on eBay. I think that's the first time I just straight up declined. Like I was like, why? Like I had them listed at $25 and she sent me a $6 offer. So whatever. The next thing to sell on Poshmark was this pair of spider white winter snow pants. These came in a size youth 14. They sold for $30 and I made $24. I had them listed at $35 and someone sent me a really great offer of $30. I was really happy about that because I had less than $1 into them. They came from the Consignment store, and I'll tell you, like people are buying snow pants, they're buying like winter coats, they're buying boots, all that kind of stuff. So if you have cold weather items, go ahead and get them listed. Like now, like don't stop watching the video. Like you can grab your stuff and like photograph them and list them while you finish watching this video. How about that? And then over on eBay, I had a really great sale that I was so happy about. It was this pair of Aerosoles black leather ankle booties in a size 7. I don't typically pick up Aerosoles, but I actually found these at the Indianapolis bins like over a year ago. And I got them because they were like brand new. Like you could tell no one had ever worn them. They were in perfect condition. So I listed them a long time ago. I mean, these have been listed for a very long time. Like I said, over a year. And I relisted them and I, cross-listed them again over to eBay. But they sold for my full asking price of $49.99. So that was really great. They paid for shipping. I made $45.82. And that was also promoted at 1%. And then on Wednesday, which was November 18th, I had 3 Poshmark sales again. The first one was this Julia Kim metallic art to wear jacket. It was vintage. It was in a size large petite. It was like pretty out there. It was pretty wacky, but like generally speaking, if I can get art to wear stuff for like pretty cheap, I'll just pick it up and see what happens. This I sold for $20 and I made $16 off of it. And that was something that I got from the Consignment store for less than $1, and it was listed for under 3 weeks. So I was pretty happy with that, especially for something that like unique, And then I sold this pair of Nike Air Max Tiny 90 TD shoes in a size 8C. These actually sold to a YouTube viewer named Morgan. Morgan, I'm so sorry I did not shout you out while I was filming, but I'm so thankful that you got these for your son and that they fit him and that you love them. So thank you so much. These I actually picked up on Mercari. To be honest with you, I kind of feel like I didn't order them, but I ordered something else and the person just threw them in for free. And I think it's because they saw that I had liked the shoes, and so they threw them in for free with the other item that I got, which I was like shocked by because I was not expecting that at all. And I think the reason why I didn't actually like purchase these shoes is because I realized they were the exact size that my son was wearing at the time. And he already had like going out shoes, like, outside shoes in the same color and in a pretty similar style, actually from Kathy from Ginger Marvin, and actually shoes that she sent me kind of as a gift with another purchase that I made from her, which was super nice. So I got these shoes and I was like, oh, okay. And I had my son try them on, but they were actually a little too small. So I listed them and I had them listed for $35 because comps look pretty good on these. But but I did send out offers to likers on them for $25. So after discounted shipping, I made $17.88, which I was really happy about because like I said, I got those for free, which was so nice. The next thing came from the Consignment store, and it was this pair of Stuart Weitzman Bella Chelsea black ankle boots in a size 3. So they were for like youth girls. I could actually wear them if I wanted, but I didn't want those. They were not like real leather or anything. I got really excited when I saw Stuart Weitzman, but apparently Stuart Weitzman for kids is not as exciting as Stuart Weitzman for adults. So these sold for $15. That was after someone sent me a $10 offer, despite the fact that they were listed at $25. And so I got them up to $15. I made $12. I paid less than $2 for them, so I was cool with that. But those have been listed for a while because I did have to relist them, and then since relisting them, they took a few months to sell. And then I had my first thredUP sale of the week on this day, and it was this Karen Scott turtleneck in a size medium. It sold for $34.99 on thredUP. I made $7.09, which honestly is great because Karen Scott does not retail for a lot at all. So I sent them all of my Karen Scott stuff. I had a bunch that I had gotten from a Via Trading wholesale box, and I just, I was making like $3, $4 selling that stuff on Poshmark. So I was like, may as well let thredUP do the work and I'll make the same amount of money. And you'll see my thredUP sales this week were not amazing, but that's okay. Moving on to Thursday, the 19th, I had one sale over on Poshmark. It was kind of a funny sale. It was this pair of block techno tap shoes in a size 13.5 for girls or boys. Do boys wear the same kind? I don't think boys wear the same kind of tap shoes as girls. But anyway, these sold for $13. I made $10.05. I did get like a ton of dance shoes at this Consignment store because they just had a ton. And I was like, I'll just pick them up. I mean, I'm getting them for so cheap. So I had less than $2 into these, and they only took like, less than a week to sell. So that was pretty cool, actually. And then over on eBay, I sold this pair of new without tags Wrestler, which I learned while doing the thredUP men's rescue box unboxing from some of you in the comments. It's just like a Walmart brand. And I had described the jeans as like really tough and like, I don't know, they were just so weird. And someone in the comment section said that they were probably raw denim, which means that they hadn't been treated yet or like put through the wash, or I don't remember exactly, but they like were basically like pieces of cardboard. And so I put raw in the description title because of what this person said. And they were in a size 36 by 34. They sold for $8.48, which I was totally happy with. And I was already in the green with that box. So it's like everything else that sells from that thredUP rescue box is pure profit. So I was like, whatever this sells for, I'm making money. So I was fine with that. I ended up making $6.33, and this did sell via promoted listings. Guys, there are so many S's in all of these words, and I cannot right now because of these trays. Ugh. The next sale was this pair of Rock & Republic Berlin straight leg jeans in a size 4S. I believe these came from a different thredUP rescue box from like a DIY denim one from a while ago. And these sold for my full asking price of $24.99. They paid for shipping, although I had to pay a little bit more, and so I made $19.67 on those, and that was promoted at 1% as well. The next thing to sell was another pair of Crocs, and these were also faux fur lined. They were black, and they were in a size 2-4. And I was like, what does that mean? And so I asked the reselling community's resident expert on Crocs, which is Kathy from Ginger Marvin, and I messaged her on Instagram, and I was like, what does this mean? Like, I just sent her a picture of the bottom, and she was like, the 2 is most likely the junior size and the 4 is the men's size. So these were like a junior size 2 or like a youth 2, men's 4. Something crazy like that. I don't know. They sold for $16.99 within a week of me listing them. I made $15.17 after they paid for shipping. And those also came from my friend who gave me all of those Crocs. So that friend's name is also Kathy. But Kathy, if you're watching, she's probably not. But if you are, thank you so much. And then I had another thredUP sale. It was this pair of Style & Co. black jeans in a size 16. They sold on thredUP for $38.99. My payout was $8.70. Again, I think that came from that Via Trading wholesale box, so I was really happy with that. And then on Friday the 20th, I had a few Poshmark sales. The first one was this pair of Baby Gap Factory Christmas Holiday Bears TJs in a size 18 months. These sold for $10. That was the offer sent to me. I made $7.05 and I got those for less than $1 at the consignment store. I just thought they were really cute. There was some wear on the knees and that's why I listed them kind of low. I listed them, I think, at like 15 and I got that $10 offer. So I was fine with that. The next thing to sell was this cabbie chartreuse colored quilted vest in a size small. This sold for $28. That was with discounted shipping. And so I made $20.28. That is something that I had listed for quite some time. I did get it at the consignment store, but I had it listed before I relisted my whole closet. So I did have to relist it. And then I cross-listed it a bunch of different places, but it did sell on Poshmark. And after being relisted, it was listed for like an additional month or two before it sold. And then the next thing to sell was this new with tags floral print kimono. This is one of my boutique items. I haven't really purchased any more wholesale items to put in the boutique section of my Poshmark closet in quite some time now. The wholesaler that I go through, I've, looked through his stuff and there just wasn't really anything that caught my eye. And buying stuff wholesale to put in, your boutique section of your Poshmark closet, it is a little more expensive than traditional sourcing because you're paying for new items, and the risk is a bit higher because if it doesn't sell well or if it takes a while to sell through, you have so much money tied up into it depending on how many, pieces you purchased of that SKU. So I've been kind of weary. And part of the reason is because of stuff like this. Like I thought that this was a pretty cute kimono. I got these over a year ago and they were just very slow to sell. So I think I have like one more left at this point, but I was really excited because this went out to a viewer named Natasha. So Natasha, thank you so much. I hope you love it. I hope it like really pulls together a bunch of different outfits for you. And she got it at $28. So I made $22.40. So thank you so much for that, Natasha. You are amazing. And then moving on to the last sale on Poshmark, it was this pair of American Eagle gray denim jeggings in a size 0. They were listed for $25 and that was what they sold for. So I made $20 and those came to me from the consignment store. So I had less than $1 into them. I had them listed for like 3 months, had to relist them. And then they took like another month after being relisted to sell. And then on eBay, I sold this Talbot's factory blue geometric print sheath dress with long sleeves. So much lisping. I'm so sorry. In a size medium. I got an offer on that dress for $15, which I went ahead and took because Talbot's like outlet or factory just obviously doesn't do as well. They paid for shipping. For some reason, when I was listing this, I thought that it was over £1. It was not. So I had it, marked as going out in a padded flat rate envelope and it did not need to go out in a padded flat rate envelope. So I ended up making $16.37 off of that dress. The next thing to sell was another LL Bean piece, but this was another chartreuse vest. It was like a thin zip up vest in a size large. So it was just so funny that I had two very similar looking vests that sold in the same day. And I was like freaking out because I thought when I got the notification about the eBay sale, I thought it was the same vest that had sold on Poshmark, but I realized it was the other chartreuse vest and I was like, oh, praise God. So this one I actually got from a Salvation Army a long time ago. I was at a Salvation Army about an hour away and I shot for like 5.5 hours. Everything was $1, including this. The zipper like works, but the little zipper tag or pull or whatever had come off of the zipper. So I didn't price it too high. I think I had it listed at like $25 and I did have that 15% off sale running. So it sold with the discount for $21.24. They paid for shipping. I made $21.69. So I was really happy about that, especially considering that I only had $1 into it. And then on Saturday, which was November 21st, this was my only $0 sales day on Poshmark. So on eBay, I sold a pair of frame Lehigh straight leg jeans in a size 28. They were high rise and they were hemmed. And I made sure to put that in the listing because I wanted to make sure that people understood that these were probably shorter than what frame jeans typically were. These I did show in a haul that I did not too long ago. I will put that video right here. I did pay up for these. I paid like $17 for them. And it wasn't like the best flip ever because I only sold them for $32 and they paid for shipping and I only made $28 off of that. So I made like $11, which is fine. Like it's pretty good, but I thought it would be worth a lot more. I just didn't know when I picked them up that they were hemmed on the bottom. So that brought the price down considerably. And as soon as I got the offer, because it was reasonable, I was like, yep, I'm just going to accept it because I don't know who else is going to want a pair of hem jeans. And then over on Mercari, I had 2 more sales and that was it for the week. It was kind of a slow Mercari week, but I got this pair of Nike neon athletic shorts in a size small. They came to me in that thredUP men's rescue box, and so these sold for $15. I paid for shipping, which was $3.50. I made $9.26 off of those. These were on that smart pricing on Mercari, so Mercari slowly dropped the price until they got to $15, and then someone just bought them outright for $15. So that's how I made the sale. I don't know. Do you guys do smart pricing on Mercari? Let me know in the comments below. I actually really like it. I didn't do it when I first started on Mercari, and then I heard people talk about using it and why, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. So I started doing it, and I have noticed an increase in sales because every time the prices drop through that smart pricing thing, your listing actually gets a boost by Mercari. So I think that really does help make some sales. And then the next thing to sell on Mercari was this new with tags Jessica McClintock leopard print evening bag. It had like a chain link strap. It was like one of those, you know, you just had like, it had like a magnetic clothes or whatever, perfect for like weddings or like if you're going out or something. This I got from the consignment store. I did have to relist it, but it did finally sell for $34, which was, I thought, a really reasonable offer. And I paid for shipping, which was $4.43, so I made $24.88 off of that bag. I did get it at the consignment store, so I have less than $1 into it. And then thredUP, this was my final sale on thredUP of the week. It was another Karen Scott piece. It was a 3/4 sleeve t-shirt in a size medium petite. It sold for $28.99 on thredUP. I made a whopping $4.53, but I didn't do any work, so that was great. And then the last day of sales was Sunday, November 22nd. I only had Poshmark sales. It was closet clear out, and it had been quite some time since I had done closet clear out, because in this video right here, I compared the results of doing just closet clear out for a couple weeks and just doing offers to likers. And as a result of that experiment, I decided to try using offers to likers throughout the week unless it was a closet clear out day. And this was a closet clear out day, so I was really happy to kind of fall back into my old routine. And I did make some sales as a result of closet clear out. The first thing to sell was this HK58, I think it's 58, by Hawk & Co. It was like this pink hooded performance coat for size 14 girls. So it was like a youth coat. It sold for $20 using my closet clear out method. I believe I had it listed at $25, and I told them I could drop the price to $20, and they said that they would be cool with that. So Poshmark paid for $2.12 of the shipping, and I made $16 off of that coat. I did get it at the consignment store for less than $1. And then I sold this Ralph Lauren Sport white cable knit sweater in a size small. I had so many likes on this, like so many. And every time I got a like, I would send out offers to likers on it for $30 because I had it listed at $35. And then finally on this day, someone liked it. I let them know that I would drop the price to $28 just because I wouldn't have to pay for discounted shipping. And they said yes. So I sold it for $28 and I made $22.40. The next thing to sell was this pair of Banana Republic black leather riding boots in a size 6. These sold for $20. That was the offer sent to me. I would have priced them much higher, except that when I got them home, and they did come from the consignment store, so these I had less than $2 into, but when I got them home and I was photographing them, on the inside, they were lined with leather, but like the leather was just peeling like crazy. Like it looked awful. And so I took pictures. I obviously disclosed all of that in the listing. And so I had them listed at $25. Someone sent me a $20 offer and I accepted so quickly. I was like, yes, please, please, please take them. So I made $16 on those. And then the last thing to sell was a full price sale. It was this Altered State striped bell sleeve shirt in a size small. I did get this at the consignment store for less than $1, and I had it listed for $20 because Altered State just does not really resell for that much. I think they make some really cute stuff, but it doesn't resell for a ton. So I made $16 off of that, and I was really happy to move that probably like a month after listing it. So the way that my numbers broke down, on Poshmark, I sold 19 items, and the profit that I made off of those 19 items after the Poshmark selling fee, after shipping discounts, after all that stuff was $321.20. And then on eBay, I sold 9 things, which is a lot less for me on eBay than normal, but that's okay. And I made $175.30 on eBay. On Mercari, I only sold 3 things. I have been getting into a really good groove with Mercari, but for whatever reason, reason. It just wasn't working anymore. So I sold 3 things and I made $42.15. On thredUP, I sold 3 things and I made $20.32. I had no Kitizen sales, and I don't think I had any last week either. So I've been going through kind of like a 2-3 week dry spell with Kitizen, which is okay. That's okay. But I sold a total of 34 items for a total profit of $558.97. So I'm pretty happy with that, especially considering that a lot of people right now are just kind of in like a funky place with their jobs or just life. Like it's pretty hard right now. So I do suggest that if you are listing stuff to sell, start with things that people actually need. You know, I talked earlier about like coats and boots and stuff like that. Like these are not luxury items. These are things that people need to like stay warm and, you know, be okay in the winter. So start with that kind of stuff. You'll notice like I listed a lot of dresses and things of that nature. I don't know that I sold a single dress because where are people going to wear those dresses to? I don't know. I have a lot, so I'm just listing them. I've been listing consistently like 10 to 20 pieces a day. But as you can see, a lot of the stuff that's been selling for me are kind of like basics or just essentials like jeans and that kind of stuff. So just something to kind of be thinking about. So this week I sold a total of 20 women's pieces, 11 kids pieces, and 3 men's pieces. So, you know, the kids pieces generally don't give me as much profit, but I do love selling them because I know parents are always hurting for kids clothes. I mean, kids grow so fast, they don't want to spend a lot of money on them. And if you can offer good kids clothes in good condition to people for a pretty fair price, I mean, they're willing to buy that stuff from you. So just another tip out there for if you have kids clothes lying around at home, why not list them and offer someone a great deal who needs it and also get that stuff out of your house. And then I love to update you on how I'm doing with that consignment store. So this week I sold 16 items from that consignment store where I was shopping by the bag for $50, and I made $253.17 from that consignment store this week. But in total, I have sold 338 items from that consignment store for a total of $5,593.23. And I'm still listing. I still got lots of stuff to list from there. So super excited about how the month has been going so far. Even though I didn't hit my $800 goal, I still have a few weeks left to do it. I think I can do it. We'll see what happens. This week did not start off super strong, but keep the faith. Let me know in the comments below, how are your sales looking? I know, like I said, it's been kind of rough for a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. So I hope you and your family are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving coming up too. Even though I know the celebrations will be smaller with fewer people, I still hope that you are able to think of a lot of things to be thankful for. I, for one, am extremely thankful for you. Thank you for sitting down with me, watching this video, and just spending your time with me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, and I hope you know that I do not take it for granted. And we got through it. We got through the first like lispy, weird talking Becky video with the things in her mouth. So thank you for sitting with me and bearing with me. I'm sure it sounds a lot worse to me in my own ears than it does to you, because it's like I can feel how hard it is to get words out, but yeah, still, I feel like you deserve a medal for getting through this. So thank you very much. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.